Well, Teenage Dream was so much fun, but it was very highly conceptual. It was almost as like I created this cartoony character, an exaggerated version of me, and everything was very colorful and full of candy and stuff. But I think that this record is a lot more vulnerable. It shows another side of me, another layer of me and my mind and all the different things I've been through, and the route of positivity that I decided to take instead of making kind of a dark, negative record, which is the kind of record I thought I was going to make when I first sat down to write this record.
Because in a funny way, I don't have to be, because it's just kind of going along and doing it for me a little bit. And I mean that I'm in a nice place, because I'm able to just sit back a little bit and enjoy.
I'm not the conspiracy girl. Talk to Mel about that kind of stuff. I don't really go for, I like listening to people have conversations about this. I love to listen to Mel and Dick go at it about different conspiracies and stuff, but my mind doesn't work that way.
You know, I really felt like we don't appreciate what these guys did enough, because the equipment that they were using, the risks that they took, I mean, the risks now are so great. They were so much greater then. And yet these guys, they did it, and Neil Armstrong in particular, with a lot of terrible things going on in his life.
Yeah, that's what I loved about the director, Damien Chazelle's sort of, you know, part of his reasons to make this film were that, you know, we have this gilded image of the accomplishment as though it was going to be a predestined success, and they almost made it look easy, you know. Yeah. But when you really learn about it's such an extraordinary story of sacrifice, personal sacrifice, the sacrifice of human life, resources at the hands of hundreds of thousands of people, and it was so dangerous. It was so impossible, and you know, it's just the more you realize that, you know, the more incredible the achievement becomes.
I was like the kid from Dead Poets Society who didn't really pan out. You know, and I was the kid from the Explorers who didn't really pan out. You know, it's like America had voted, and you know, we don't care about you. You know, and you know, it's the kind of thing studio executives say. America doesn't like it. But Winona liked me. You know, and so she fought to get me this job in this movie.
All these questions that you're faced with, and when you realize that there are no real answers. And there is no kind of secret code or password and you kind of realize this stuff for the first time, and it's a very lonely and confusing and funny and sad and weird time, and it's just life, and it's very familiar, and it's a time that I think everybody can relate to.
Oh, I mean, this album definitely, you know, I don't think I missed anything with the humor. There's definitely some humor in it, but also I felt like, you know, I felt like I wanted to, okay, that was, you know, Relapse was cool, like there was a lot of funny things on it, but now I want to get serious for a minute and, you know, just put some emotion back into what I'm saying.
I think it's important, you know, to just be yourself no matter what, and I didn't always feel that way. I always felt like at the beginning of my career, they want you to be this person and you have to be this, and always tried to please everyone else. And at the end of the day, if you're just kind to everyone and yourself, that's what I try to teach my kids. Like, no matter where you are, everybody is the same, treat everybody the same, and be kind to everybody.
It is. It's a bit like muscle memory, slipping back into the role. I really feel like she's an extension of me. But different. I don't think I'm quite as like neurotic as she is, but she has this, you know, this energy, this like positive, like she wants everything to work out, and then nothing quite always works out for her the way she envisions it.
But I think my oldest daughter's like a Jedi, and it's like a manipulative, negative Jedi, because one day we were going over colors, and she goes, this is early on, like she was 1.5 or something, she goes, Daddy, what's your favorite color? And I said, blue. And I knew her favorite color was blue. And she went, oh, your favorite color is purple? And I went, no, my favorite color is blue. And she went, oh, your favorite color is purple. There's purple. And I was like, that's so weird. And after 2 years now, I'm like, my favorite color, purple. Is purple.
Yeah, well, everything's fun off and on, you know. So I suppose it could have gone on being fun off and on, or it could have gone worse, I don't know. It's just that when you grow up, you know, We don't want to be the Crazy Gang, which they might know over here, which is British, or the Marx Brothers, which is sort of being dragged on stage playing She Loves You when we've got, you know, asthma and tuberculosis, and when we're 50, you know. Here they are again, yesterday, all my
Right.
Charlie actually came up to me the first day, and I don't know if his parents said, you got to be cool, don't bring up the Aragorn thing, you know, right away.
Uh-huh.
And he comes up to me like he was like, you know, a grown man, very formal, and he hands me this folded a couple times piece of paper and sort of bowed very formally. It's like the first day, and walked away, and I open it up, and it's a drawing, his drawing of Aragorn, and underneath it says, I know who you are.
And he just was looking crazy, got slammed by waves, sand everywhere. We're leaving, paparazzi, and I'm trying to hide him with a blanket. And I'm like, I pull over to the gas station after they get the shot. I text his dad, and I'm like, I got to put this picture out before the paparazzi. I don't want them to make money off of our child.
You wanted to beat him to the punch, yeah.
Beat them to the punch.
Yeah.
So I post the damn picture. Next day, ain't no paparazzi pictures because Mama knew how to hide that camera. She's a supermodel for a reason. And so now his picture's out there, and I didn't need it to be.
This is very much the way that I work. I write a song about Malibu and how much I love it, and then I move back to Nashville. That's just the way that I roll. So I've been in Nashville, but now I'm back in Malibu, and I'm back and forth being able to be close to LA so I can work on new projects.
What about your...
all kinds of books when I was a kid, and because I moved, you know, it was the thing that sort of kept me company most often. So even now, when I look for a project to do, I look at the script, you know, I'm like, well, what's in the story? What's going on in the story? And then that's kind of what intrigues me. But it literally is like being inside a book.
Do you have
all of it? I like the relationship between Mertoy and Velma. I mean, the sort of essential meanness of it and hideousness of it, and the sort of mocking superiority of other people's feelings is something I personally enjoy a great deal.
You know, I mean, as an audience, we need that more, and I know that it's really tough for actresses to find that kind of parts, you know, and especially, you know, when actresses are that good looking, you know, they have a tendency to be judged in a very, very strange way. You know, it looks like beautiful actresses cannot be smart or respected. They have to play ugly to, at a certain point, you know, get a nomination or being respected as a good actress. So with that movie, you know, it's different. I mean, she can be as beautiful as she is, strong, daring, brave, you know, all these things. I think it's very refreshing to see that.
You know, I think I went through that when I first came to Hollywood because there are so many pretty girls and, you know, attractive women. And I was much more determined to outdraw that attractiveness or outdo it or be better than the attractiveness. You know, I really, you know, I write. I have music in my life. I have film. That's all I was interested in. I didn't care about being people being judgmental toward me. So I really tried to block that out of my mind and just went for it. And that's what you have to do. And I really want what I want. And, you know, I'm getting what I want. It's that simple.